So today our next topic if we talk about, so that is the next chapter number 5 which we are having, that is basically torque, angular momentum and equilibrium. Okay, so if we talk about the equilibrium, and that will be discussing in the next videos, but today we are having that is torque. After that we will be having angular momentum topic too. Okay, so what is torque? Let me discuss about the torque. What is torque? Torque is basically the turning effect, the force after the rotate, or you can say that the turning effect of a body. Like there is a body, okay, and this body is rotating by my force, this body is rotating, so that is what, that is the turning effect. So we are calling turning effect, or you can say the force after rotate, turning effect of a body is called torque. This is torque. That is the definition of torque. Or you can, if we talk about so we are having another definition too, that the cross product of position, vector and force, that is called torque. So from this we can easily derive the formula of the torque. So this is the symbol of torque, the cross product of the position vector, that is r, the cross product, cross, and the force, the cross product of position vector and the force, the cross product of the position vector and the force, that is called torque. Okay, so if we are removing this cross product, so as you guys all know, the cross product, if we are having the dot product, we are using the cos theta, but here we are having cross product, so we will use the sine theta. Okay, that we have already discussed in the previous videos, like cross product, dot product in very detail, so you guys will be familiar with that. So we are writing that after removing the cross sign, we are having the sine theta. So this is the final formula, or this can be the also formula. So these both formula is used as a torque. If we talk about the torque, so torque is basically the vector quantity, because they are having magnitude and direction too. Okay, SI unit if we talk about, so as you guys all know, the radius is having the unit, that is, you can say that the meter, and we are having the unit, that is Newton. So we can write a Newton into meter is equal to the SI unit of the torque. Okay, so if there is a rotation which is like clockwise, so which means that the torque is negative. Okay, and if we talk about the for example, the rotation is anti-clockwise. Okay, the rotation is anti-clockwise, which means the torque is positive. If the torque is negative, which means the torque is like, there is a rotation like this, so this is the torque which is inward. Okay, so that can be negative. If there is a rotation wise like this one, like positive here, like it anti-clockwise here, which means it's like, you can say that the outward, so the torque will be outward. Okay, so if we talk and it is having also the direction. Okay, so as you can see that the maximum torque, if we talk about, so torque the maximum torque is if the moment of arm and force, like moment of arm and force are basically perpendicular and making a 90-degree angle, so that is basically in the maximum form. If the moment arm and the force is making a 0-degree angle, which means the torque is minimum, or you can, and they are parallel, that was, you can say that perpendicular, this is parallel, so that means that the torque is minimum. Okay, so if there are two forces, for example, on a body we are acting a two forces, from here force and this force, so these are what, these are the two forces, we are calling that as a couple of torque. Okay, but in opposite direction, like I am hitting this force from here and this force from here, so these both are having opposite direction, so the couple of torque is always in the opposite direction. So this was about the torque. In the next video we will discuss about the angular torque. okay, and after that the angular momentum. So from you can easily understand the angular torque, so that will be like many easy to, not many but more easy to understand the angular momentum too. So now our next topic, that is angular torque.